Hi everyone. In this project we will do a ground fragmentation study using Tyflow in 3D Studio Max program. As you can see, there is a 3D text that comes out smashing the floor. We will achieve realistic movement of ground segments. As you can see, result is perfect and very realistic. P of W. Yes, our animation is here. As you see, we have camera, we have ground, we have Arnold light, and we have text, and we can FO. We have floor with fragmented, so our text suddenly appear from ground. Very perfect and so realistic. See again, Alt W. If you are ready, let's start. Let's create a box. Yes. Not too thick. Yes. Shift F. And yes, and Control CC. Yes, maybe yes, perfect. Yes, maybe yes. And we can add a text. We code and we can add extrude modifier. Perfect. Yes, just a bit. Yes, maybe yes, and right click and convert to table poly, and maybe time 250 and okay, and maybe at 20 frame and add a key and open auto key and yes, perfect, and select track view and select all of and linear. Yes, and we can check. Perfect. Again. Perfect. Maybe yes. Perfect. Maybe just a bit pink also. Okay. Perfect. Yes, perfect. And we can add HDR and bitmap. Yes, select this HDR image, and we can add Arnold light also. Yes, perfect. And maybe ground material we need surface and maybe yes, and specular 0. Yes, perfect. Maybe we can add a background plane. Yes, perfect. And maybe material same. Yes, and we can select this ground and add Tyflow and open editor and bird object and select box. Perfect. Select and right click hide selection and select display and geometry. Perfect. And we can add physics shape. Yes, we can add physics shape and convex and physics collision. This one. Big text. We can save this project first of all. Save ground fragmentation. Yes, maybe. Okay. This collision pick text. Perfect. And we can add collision and pick again text. We can change this convex to mesh. Yes, and we can add just a bit. Sorry. Yes. Just a bit. Yes. Okay. We can add P bump. Yeah. Perfect. And modifier. This may be cylindrical and range indicator. And you can change this unit, for example, customize and unit setup. You can use these generic units or you can change centimeters, what you want. Yes, and maybe yes, as you see, range maybe enough. Yes, and this way. Yes. Yes, I think enough. And maybe cylindrical and maybe chaos 100 and centrate maybe 4, and we can control. Yes, we can yes, maybe 24. Yes, so maybe 24 for now, and we can add Voronoi fracture this way, and we can add force. Yes, and we can select pump force. So yes, and we can add force this gravity, and gravity, when select gravity, this may be yes, and yes, enough, perfect. And Voronoi fracture maybe 2200, and maybe F4, and we can control maybe at first 200 at first, and so we can design this, can check control, yes, perfect, maybe, and maybe yes, maybe perfect result, I think, and perfect, I think, and we can yes, perfect, this format, and yes, perfect, and maybe this 2200, yes, and we can check control, perfect, 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 so yes, perfect, as you see, yes, okay, yes, result is perfect. We can design material, so Voronoi fracture and fractures, alright, keep material maybe 2, yes, and open material editor, and we can add multi-sub object, and maybe 2 number of materials, and maybe standard surface, and we can check control copy and paste, and standard surface, this color, yes, is white, perfect, and we can select Tyflow and add material, perfect, and as you see, fracture inside material is white, as you see, you will see just a moment later, yes, as you see, result is perfect, and we can change text material also, standard surface and maybe red. Yes, perfect. Result is perfect, and maybe we can change motion blur. Enable motion blur. Perfect. And maybe 100. Yes. And we can check. Yes, ship queue. Perfect, as you see, motion blur effect, perfect result, and we can add rendering, environment, physical camera, and 7. Yes, and check queue again. Yes, Alt W, we can check again. Perfect. And maybe P. Yes. And check again. Or project. Perfect. And maybe F4. Yes. Perfect result. Yes. Very nice, as you see. Perfect. Maybe see, we can add a black box bottom of this ground. Maybe. Yes. 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 Not necessary. Yes, and maybe color black. Yes, our project is ready for now. We can check render. So rendering, render setup, and maybe yes, and maybe and render, and maybe JPEG or PNG, not important. And render project, maybe names, and render. Okay. Yes, I think this much rendering will be enough for us, and we can go to compare media in Ramplay, and we can choose our render folder. Yes, as you see, our render frames, all render frames is ready for now, and we can choose one frame, and you can be sure sequence selected, and OK, OK, and OK. Yes, and we can watch. Yes, perfect result, as you see. Yes, our project has done right now. Yes, thanks for watching, and see you in another project.